Hi everybody and welcome. This is Chuck Boulais and that's me in the picture in the lower right hand corner of your screen right there. Today I'm doing a video review on a new product that just came out called Foolproof Cash Flow by Will Jr. And before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm not going to try to sell you Foolproof Cash Flow, so just put your money away. That's not what I'm here for. For those of you who've never seen one of my videos before, I was in business out in the brick and mortar world for over 20 years, and when I left my old job, I did so to start my own business on the internet, which I think is hands down the best place for someone to start a business today. But when I did that, I banged my head against the wall for well over a year, just trying to figure out the basics of online marketing, how to make money on the internet, and where me and my personal talents just might be a good fit. I don't know if you can relate to any of this, but I was always taught that you had to spend money to make money, so I ended up spending an embarrassing amount, literally tens of thousands of dollars, just trying to figure out how to make money online. I completely drained almost every last bit of cash and personal savings I had, and almost just as much again in lost or wasted time. I bought and tried almost every kind of business in a box, online course and product launch, multi-level marketing plan, and online coaching program that came through my inbox. And each and every one of them told me that I'd surely end up making thousands of dollars a month if I'd only buy their product. And most of them almost always promised that I'd do so with very little effort on my part, maybe with only one or two clicks of the computer mouse, or maybe even totally on autopilot. I'm not telling you all of this to get your sympathy, but to just let you know that I'm not an online guru and I'm not a member of anybody's inner circle. I'm a normal, everyday guy who's made a lot of good decisions, but in all honesty, I've made plenty of bad ones too. But after some bumps and bruises, my online business has finally taken off and I've been having some really great results. Now, let me tell you that most of that success has come only since I made a conscious decision to help people online as much as I can and since I started doing these videos. And once I decided that even if I can keep just one person a day from making just one of the same mistakes I made, I found out that it was all worth it. Success was finally mine, and that's because I truly believe that success comes to those who help others and who love what they do. The number one most important thing I learned while stumbling around out there looking for help and spending all of that money in the process is that when you're looking into buying any type of product or program that's being offered for sale to you online, always remember that it's a business decision. So you're going to want to utilize your business wisdom and your common sense just like you would with any other opportunity, or else you're going to end up being just another victim and you're going to lose a lot of valuable time and money, and I don't think any of us can afford to waste one single bit of either one of those valuable resources. If you can always remember to use that business wisdom and that business acumen of yours, and always try to keep in mind that the vast majority of products and programs offered for sale online are either really bad fits for people in their particular personal talents, some of them underdeliver on their promises, others are just repackaged old products, and yeah, maybe still others are just out and out scams. If you can always remember that though, you can save yourself a lot of time, money, and aggravation. I am not saying that Foolproof Cash Flow is a scam or a bad fit for anyone, not at all. But you do need to know a little bit about what you're getting into right up front so you can make an informed decision and you don't end up throwing your money away at yet another product that leads you down a long dark road that just doesn't work out for you, and you find yourself at yet another dead end, all that much more broke and losing all of that precious time. Alright? So, what is Foolproof Cash Flow? Well, Foolproof Cash Flow is supposed to be a self-contained, foolproof system for legitimately driving traffic to an offer and using a foolproof, tried and tested system no one has ever shared before by giving you step-by-step instructions on how to make money on the internet from the ground up. I really like how Will Jr. is selling this product. Everything he says is absolutely true, and I don't see him jumping in and out of the product creation market every 2 or 3 months, hawking his latest greatest way to make scads of cash. As a matter of fact, I was really surprised because a lot of what he says in his sales video sounds exactly like some of the videos I've done. He talks about all of the money he wasted trying to figure out how to make money online, how he was almost down to his last dime before he decided to do things his way, even how he spent 2.5 years developing this product. There's only two major differences between what he says and what I always say in my videos. Number one, he's going to charge you $47 for his product, whereas everything I talk about is free, and the name of his product is Foolproof Cash Flow, and I would never insinuate that there was such a thing as a foolproof cash flow system. And oh yeah, that $47 price tag that Will Jr. cleverly calls a donation to recover some of his costs in developing his Foolproof Cash Flow program is only the beginning, because Foolproof Cash Flow does have upsells waiting to get you later on. For those of you who don't know, an upsell is one of those additional upgrade offers that you see on almost every single online product launch. Upsells usually promise to add value or boost the performance or ease of use of a product up to the level it really should be to begin with. Right after you paid your money at what you think is the full price of the product and you think the transaction is over and done with, developers know that they've already got you in that psychological buying mode, and they can immediately hit you with an additional offer that'll cost you more money. And then you're presented with another upsell offer after that, and then another offer after that, and on until by the end of the whole process, you're not really sure all that you've just bought, and you're not really sure why you didn't get it all with your original purchase price anyway. What you do know is that you got this bad feeling in the pit of your stomach because you've just spent hundreds of dollars that you probably don't have, and you've got a learning curve ahead of you with hours and hours of studying and work that just seems completely overwhelming. And in all honesty, you really do have to buy these upsells in order for these products to work as well as you need them to work from the outset. So by the time you're done with Foolproof Cash Flow, it could easily cost you over $200. And even though there may be a money back guarantee of some sort, remember that it's only for a limited amount of time, 60 days, which may be enough time for you to determine if the product will work for you and help you make money. But even if you are able to get your money back, you're back at square one, no better off than you were 7 or 8 weeks ago when you first bought the product. But you'll have just lost all of that time, and time is the one thing that can never be refunded. To his credit, I don't believe you'll have any problem getting a refund from Will Jr., but I do want you to remember that a money back guarantee is only as good as the developer who stands behind it. And yes, I've actually had developers berate me for asking for a refund or just flat out ignore me or even outright refuse to honor their refund policy for absolutely no reason, and that has happened to me quite recently too. Did you know that there are as many as 4 or 5 of these miracle make money online systems that come out for sale every single day? That's between 400 and 600 a year. And they all have two things in common. Number one, they all claim that if you'll only buy their product, you'll finally unlock the secret to online wealth and income. And number two, they all cost you money to get a hold of. If no one else has ever told you this before, let me be perfectly honest with you. There is simply no way to drive traffic and make any significant and consistent amount of money online, offline, or anywhere else for that matter without some work and effort. And if anyone tells you there is, then they're just not telling you the whole story. Making money online is no different than starting any other kind of business. It requires hard work, focus, diligence, and consistency. That doesn't mean you or anyone else can't do it, because like I said before, I think the internet is the best place for anyone to start a business today, but there is simply no such thing as a business in a box or an internet traffic shortcut or a copy and paste system that can make you money. I wish I could tell you that just because you invest 37 or 97 or even a couple of $1,000s in a product, program, or coaching system that's being offered for sale to you online, I wish I could tell you that the next day boatloads of cash are simply going to fall into your lap, but I think you know as well as I do that simply isn't true. What you really need to be successful online is a good work ethic, an overwhelming desire to succeed, and someone you can learn from and who will talk to you one-on-one and guide you and tell you exactly what you need to do in order to be successful. A mentor. And I can assure you that you're not going to get that with these folks. They're just too big and much too busy coming up with their next product to tell you that it's all too easy to do and separate you from your money. I'm sorry if I sound blunt here, but that's just been my personal experience. But believe me, that experience runs painfully deep. So if you're not getting the results you'd hope for trying to make money from home online, and you're seriously thinking of spending your money for this product in the hope that it will finally bring it all together into one understandable and profitable package for you so that you can really start to achieve financial independence and get yourself off the ground quickly making money online, believe me, I've been there and I completely understand. And I want you to know that there are good ways to learn how to make money from home on the internet, even in your part-time if you want, and for free. After spending all those tens of thousands of dollars of my hard-earned money for all of these so-called training programs, online product launches, tricks and insider secrets, and all of the other stuff that I had to wade through, I finally found an honest-to-goodness 100% free program. You heard me right, I said free. So I don't want you to get your money out, you don't need it, and here's the real big surprise. I don't want it. What I'm going to tell you about is a program that I've been having tremendous success with. It's called Instant Payday Network, and yes, it really is free. And I know, right about now, you're probably saying, come on, Chuck, now you're just trying to sell me into your program just like everybody else does. And I'm going to tell you that no, I'm not selling you anything. I am trying to tell you about this phenomenal opportunity, but I'm not selling you anything because what I want to tell you about costs $0 and 0 cents. Instant Payday Network is free. Unlike the other programs out there that they come out with on a daily basis, this program is free. It's not $47, it's not $197. In fact, it's not even a dollar, so I'm not here to sell you anything. Now, what happens with Instant Payday is very simple. You get paid $50 whenever anyone comes into Instant Payday and completes the free program. The system was created by a guy by the name of Jeff Buchanan, and you can see his pictures right there. He's an ordinary person just like you and me. I've met him, I know him, and he's a really good guy with a lot of integrity, and best of all, he's very, very smart. Jeff's system, the way he set it up, he actually has no buy-in fees or upfront costs whatsoever. There are no website fees, no maintenance fees, and there are no hidden fees later on. There are no upsells after you get in. Once you're in, it's still free. You don't need to learn how to set up a website, how to blog, how to do SEO. You don't need to know how to do any of that stuff, folks. It's really that simple. Now, I do want to put your mind at rest about a few things. Instant Payday is not an MLM. You don't have to bug your friends and family like you would say with Amway or Avon or Nutrisystem or all of those other companies that we're also inundated with and pressured to sell for. There's no cold calling. You never have to pick up a telephone and call some unsuspecting stranger that you've never met off a list that maybe you had to buy, and you certainly don't ever have to go out and see anyone face to face, ever. And there's no product or inventory to ship. So, what do you get with the Instant Payday Network, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you get a free, complete, turnkey marketing system. And that marketing system includes your choice of not one, but 3 complete free capture pages. And each one of those capture pages has a tested 35 to 50% conversion rate, with no website hosting fees either. You get a free complete automated sales funnel. You get a free email autoresponder. And you get all of the free training and mentoring you need to start making money right now. And oh yeah, did I mention that it's 100% free to get started? Now, I do want to go back and talk just a quick minute about this capture page, the one with the tested 35 to 50% conversion rate. If you had to purchase this tested capture page anywhere else to promote a product or program, it's going to cost you at least $25 or $30 a month just in website hosting fees. And if you wanted to have one designed, built, and tested for you by a professional so that it was as effective as the one Jeff gives us for free, that'd be about $200 a year. The email autoresponder, if you had to purchase that on your own, that by itself would cost you as much as $50 or $60 a month. If you went with a company like Aweber or Constant Contact or any one of the hundreds of companies out there that you'd have to spend all that time researching in order to evaluate which one was best for you. Not to mention how long it would take you to learn to set it up and make it run as effectively and efficiently as this one. But Jeff's already done all that, and he provides it to you for free. He's written all of the product introductory emails, all of the follow-up marketing emails, and he's put them in that autoresponder so that they're all sent out automatically at the appropriate intervals. You don't even have to write an email with the Instant Payday system. Jeff does tons of video, audio, and written training here himself, and that training is excellent. It's second to none. He'll take you from the ground up and teach you the basics to the advanced techniques of online marketing and the best and fastest ways to capitalize with this system. And he's not going to charge a dime for any of that either. In addition, you're going to get personal access to me. I'll mentor you personally by helping you with your training, and I'll coach you, and that's because I'm building a really great team that I'm really very proud of. And I want my people to succeed. Once you sign up and qualify for the Instant Payday Network system, I give you not only my personal email address, but my phone number too. So you're not just left out there twisting in the wind and having to fend totally for yourself. And I can assure you that I'm not going to charge you anything for all of this personal help. And why not? Because that's what people in Instant Payday did for me, and I'm grateful for everything Instant Payday has done for me, and I truly believe that I'm not a success until the people on my team are a success. This is a free system that you can do at home, folks. You can even do this in your part-time if you'd like. I'm personally making over $5,000 a month with Instant Payday after only a few short months in the program, and I personally know people making $10,000 to $20,000 a month with the Instant Payday Network system. Now remember, the reason why Instant Payday stands alone from the other programs out there is because it costs nothing to join to get started. Zip, nada, zilch. And you make $20 to $50 for each person that signs up for free offers. The other great thing about Instant Payday Network is that you're paid your money from multi-million-dollar corporations. This is all part of their huge advertising budgets that they've already allocated and set money aside for just this kind of advertising. And that means that you don't have to rely on the average anonymous internet product developer to put his hand into his pocket and give you money whenever he remembers or thinks about it. And this type of compensation system means that you get paid daily with the Instant Payday Network system. I get paid every day with Instant Payday. So I guess the question I have for you at this point is, why would you spend your hard-earned money and precious time for any other online product when you could actually do Instant Payday for free? You know, sometimes making money can be simple. I don't think we have to overanalyze this one too much. If you know of any other program online that's free to get started, a program that has the potential to make you as much as $10,000 to $20,000 a month, I'd encourage you to go for it and embrace it, my friend. On the other hand, if you can't find a program like that online, you just found one. You don't need to pull out your wallet and spend money on yet another expensive product with untested, untried, or unsure promises. You have an opportunity right here to get started finally making some real money online. You can start making money within 24 to 48 hours, and all you have to do is click the link right below this video. Right below my video, there's a link on the left-hand side in the video description box. You won't be disappointed. So go ahead, click one of the links there right below this video. As a matter of fact, I put 2 or 3 links down there, but there's one right below the like symbol, that thumbs up symbol YouTube gives you. You want to look for the link that says DignityRestore.com, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to restore your dignity and start making money online the way you deserve. Get into and work the Instant Payday program. You won't regret it, I promise. So go ahead and click the link. Give yourself a break. Click the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.